Well, it's one day later and I'm coming back out. Got a little bit different objective today though. I want to have a fish fry tonight, so I'm coming out to get a stringer full of eaters. And you know what, since I already have that big fish in, I want to try something else. I'm gonna revert back to, like, you know, old school fishing methods, what I call fishing my way up the chain. All I'm gonna do is start off with a box of Nightcrawlers. I'm gonna try to catch a sculpin, and I'm gonna see if I can turn that into a nice big rainbow brown, or if nothing else, a stringer full of rainbow eaters. Now, anything bigger, I'm gonna catch and release. The other thing I'm gonna show you, there's an illusion that you can't catch and release when you're fishing with bait. I hear a lot of people talk about it around here. They're like, you're gonna kill every fish. No. There is a method to fishing with bait where you will get 80% lip hooks, and even if you do get the occasional gut hook, there's a method to removing the hook that's gonna keep the fish survival rate incredibly high. So I'm gonna show you that, why bait fishing can be just as successful for catch and release as lure fishing. Starters, using a number 8 hook I've found to be the best. You don't want it too small and you don't want it too big. Too small and it gets in their gut too quick and easy. For what we're gonna do, number 8 is perfect. Or I'm sorry, number 10. Woo! Counting's hard. Number 3 split shot. Real simple method. Gonna go up about 6 inches from the hook. Squeeze a split shot on. Oh man, I hate these containers because they break apart and people leave them out here, but it's what you got to do. Look at this handsome fella. I say he. Now I'm just going to break him down into I don't want a big piece, I just want a little piece. So I like the top part, so about yay. And then I'm going to start with the cut end. And I'm fully not thinking I'm going to catch a trout on this. I really am thinking I'm going to catch a sculpin, which I may have to move around a little bit to find them. But usually you drop a Nightcrawler down in fast moving clean water like this, you get a sculpin pretty quick. If you're, you know, it's, you know, trout like crawlers too, but most of the time the sculpin are going to beat them there. If you're anywhere near the bottom anyway. You bobber it up and keep it up higher in the water, you got a better chance of getting a trout or, you know, another fish. But I'm going down to the bottom here. Now, this is the trick if you want to not gut hook them. You got to keep reeling. You just got to keep, like, very, very slow, consistent pressure on it. And when you see slack, you got to take the slack out as quick as you can. By keeping this constant slow reel, I'm gonna know when they start pecking at it. When they get into their mouths, I can basically, I'm just gonna pull it into their mouths. It's not really a hook set. You just pull it into their mouth like this right here. Boom. I just kept pulling. I didn't take the pressure off. And now I have my first fish. And look where he's hooked. Right in the jaw. That's just what we want. Now, he's a beautiful fish. A little too small for the fish fry. So I'm not even gonna take him out of the water. I'm just gonna try to get a hold of that hook. Now this, with a barbless hook, is even better for releasing. And these are not barbless, but it's all I had. But when you release, just push in and turn the hook. Boom, look at that, perfect release. That fish, zero stress. Other than the confusion of the heck he just ate. Gotta keep that pressure on it though. If you sit here and put this in a pole holder and leave it and wait for the tug, you're gonna get gut hooks all day. But if you do this, keep the pressure on, keep a slow reel, first of all, it's gonna work better because the bait's moving, and you're gonna get these better hook sets. And again, don't set the hook real hard, just pull it into their mouth. Oh, look, I had one chasing it. I was near a log, though. I was not wanting to get hooked on. As current's all flowing down towards the fast-moving water here, it's kind of bottlenecks. So as we get closer to the top of this, it gets more shallow. So right at where it's still deep, right as it starts to shallow, is about my favorite spot to be in here. You'll get a lot of smaller fish with night crawlers. Got a lot of variety too. And this is a little easier casting down current. We're going up current right now. It's a little harder to keep that tension on. It's just got to reel a little faster. Oop, I got a nice hit, but oh, there we go, there we go. There we go. Another little guy. But this guy might be an eater. He looks like he's a little bigger. And he's no eater. Because he's, look at that, he is a brownie. All right, and look where he's hooked. Outside the mouth, right there. Just like you'd get on a fly or a Rapala, countdown, anything like that. Now he is not an eater because of his species. Browns are a little more of a sport fish, whereas rainbows are a little more the eating fish. Not because the browns don't taste good, just because these guys get big. Now, will you hold still? I'm trying to be awful nice about this. All right, hold on now. There you go. Now it's caught in his jaw. There you go. Look at that. Perfect release on a night crawler. Gotta pull it. Oh, pull it. See, gonna pull it out of their mouth some. But there we go. Pulled it out again. That's okay. All right, that's perfect. Nice, clean little shot. We ought to get a better hook set here. I saw some nice rainbows running around while we were chatting there. There we go. Pulled it right in. Okay, he might be an eater. He's the right size for it. Yes, sir. All right, but let's see where he's hooked first. Oh, yeah. Come on, come here, buddy. My net is... All right. Now look at that, right there. See where that hook's at? Hold still, buddy. Look where that hook's at. Right outside the mouth. And he is a perfect eating size, so he is going to go on the stringer. There we go. That handsome fella. here, I'm gonna leave the bail open and let it drift so it'll sink. And once I feel like I'm getting it in enough time to sink, now I'm gonna put that pressure on it, and I'm looking for the line where the current meets the slack water here. That's usually a pretty good place to pull some fish up. Now, sometimes when you try to keep the pressure on the line and you're fishing into a strong current like this, the bait will rise up in the water, which is worthless. So you just gotta watch for that. You can put more weight on if it's doing it, or just change location. All depends on how much you really believe in where you're at. There we go. I guess I believe in it. Well, let's see, you little fella. Are you eater, or are you you a little small? Yeah, you're an eater. Yeah, you'll be fine. You ain't the biggest one, but yeah, you're right on the border. Now this one did manage to get the hook set a little deeper. It's not technically gut hook, it's on the tongue. But look, all you take it do, if it is deep, is take the hook, don't pull the hook, take the hook, push it in and rotate. And you get a nice clean release. Go-to. Back at the Copper Trout cabin. Nori.
Are you back?
What's up, dude?
You're back already?
Well, I came back to get you.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. There's a confluence of the North Fork and White River, just a couple miles from where we're camping at the Copper Trout cabin. And so we're just gonna come down here, sit out on the beach, grab a couple of chairs, and toss our poles out there and enjoy watching the sunset this evening. Does that sound a little romantic?
That sounds bromantic.
It's because it was.
Fishing with Aaron, you know he'll go anytime. Cutting, working, praying, hooking. All you need is a hook and a line.
Somehow, the boat got tangled up on the line, but there's a trout on it.
You know that's all that we need.
Get him, get him!
You might just fall in the water.
Hammer got the fish!
And say that you ain't me.
What's the odds of that shit?
That is funny.
That's when you know you're living right.
That's hilarious. All right. And that, boys, is how it's done.
Then get lost in the fog. Fishing with Aaron.
Here we go.
You just might like and subscribe. Fishing with Aaron.